Across the United States, a relentless wave of extreme weather is sweeping from coast to coast, impacting millions of lives and reshaping communities in its path. From the Atlantic to the Pacific, no region is untouched as the nation faces a convergence of natural disasters rarely seen on this scale. In the Northeast, a historic blizzard is burying entire cities under feet of snow, paralyzing transportation and leaving residents stranded. Emergency crews are working around the clock to clear roads and restore power, but the sheer volume of snow is making progress slow and dangerous. Meanwhile, in the Midwest, communities are still reeling from a series of devastating tornadoes that tore through neighborhoods, leaving behind a trail of destruction, shattered homes, and displaced families. Farther south and west, wildfires are raging across Oklahoma and Kansas, fueled by dry conditions and strong winds. Entire towns have been forced to evacuate as flames threaten homes and farmland, and firefighters battle to contain the blazes. On the west coast, relentless rain from an atmospheric river has triggered widespread flooding, submerging streets, overwhelming drainage systems, and prompting water rescues as rivers overflow their banks. Even Florida, known for its warmth, is facing a rare and dangerous cold snap. Temperatures have plunged unexpectedly, increasing the risk of wildfires as vegetation dries out and leaving residents unprepared for icy conditions that threaten crops and infrastructure. Beneath all these immediate threats, a severe drought continues to grip more than 40% of the country. Rivers and reservoirs are running low, farmland is parched, and water restrictions are tightening. This drought not only worsens wildfire risk, but also threatens food supplies and the livelihoods of countless Americans. The impacts are everywhere. Travel bans have emptied highways, power outages have left neighborhoods in the dark, and states of emergency have been declared in multiple regions. Emergency services are stretched thin, responding to calls for help as quickly as possible. Schools are closed, leaving students at home and parents scrambling for childcare. Airports are packed with stranded travelers as flights are canceled by the hundreds. Emergency workers, from firefighters to paramedics, are working long hours, often in dangerous conditions, to keep communities safe. This is not just another weather forecast, it's a real, nationwide emergency. Authorities are urging everyone to stay informed, follow official warnings, and prepare for rapidly changing conditions. The situation is evolving hour by hour, and staying alert is crucial. In the next sections, we'll break down each of these extreme events in detail, explain what's causing them, and share essential tips on how you and your loved ones can stay safe during this unprecedented time. Stay with us as we bring you the facts, the science, and the stories behind this historic day of extreme weather. Your safety and preparedness are our top priorities. Winter storm. Hernando is unleashing its full fury across the Northeast, bringing with it relentless blizzard conditions that are transforming entire cities and towns into frozen landscapes. The storm's intensity is unlike anything seen in recent years, with snow and wind combining to create a truly dangerous situation for millions. Over 35 million people are now under winter storm warnings, stretching from Maryland all the way up to Massachusetts. Local news stations and weather apps are lighting up with urgent alerts, and officials are urging everyone to take this storm seriously. New York City is facing its first blizzard warning in 9 years, a rare event that has brought the city to a near standstill. Meanwhile, all of New Jersey is under a blizzard warning for the first time in decades, highlighting just how widespread and severe Hernando's impact is. Snow is falling at an astonishing rate, up to 2 inches per hour in some places. In just a few hours, neighborhoods are being buried under drifts that could reach 2 feet or more by the time the storm is over. Cars are disappearing beneath blankets of snow, and sidewalks are quickly becoming impassable. Ferocious winds, with gusts reaching up to 70 miles per hour, are whipping the snow into blinding whiteouts. These powerful gusts are toppling trees and power lines, leaving thousands without electricity and making travel nearly impossible. States of emergency have been declared across the region. In major cities, non-essential travel is now banned, and police have set up roadblocks to keep people off the roads. Officials are holding press conferences around the clock, emphasizing the seriousness of the situation. The storm has brought air travel to a halt, with thousands of flights canceled and airports filled with stranded passengers. Schools are closed, businesses have shuttered, and emergency crews are working around the clock to respond to calls for help. Cities are deploying every available snowplow, and extra workers have been called in to help clear roads and sidewalks. Plow convoys are working non-stop, but the snow is falling so quickly that keeping up is a constant challenge. Officials are urging everyone to stay indoors and off the roads. Highways are eerily empty, and neighborhoods are quiet as people hunker down, watching the storm rage outside their windows. The storm is life-threatening. Conditions are so severe that even emergency vehicles are struggling to get through. Authorities warn, do not travel unless it is absolutely necessary, as stranded vehicles are being reported across the region. Emergency shelters have opened their doors to anyone in need of warmth or a safe place to stay. Volunteers are working tirelessly to provide food, blankets, and comfort to those affected by power outages or unable to get home. For most, the safest place to be is inside, surrounded by family or friends, waiting for the blizzard to pass. Staying indoors not only protects you, but also helps emergency crews do their jobs without added risk. Stay alert and keep up with official updates for your area. As Winter Storm Hernando continues its relentless assault, your safety depends on staying informed and following all emergency instructions. Meteorologists are calling this storm a bomb cyclone, and for good reason. The term might sound dramatic, but it's rooted in real science and describes a weather event that can have major impacts on millions of people. When you hear bomb cyclone, think of a storm system that's not just strong, but explosively powerful, forming rapidly and packing a punch. A bomb cyclone is a storm that rapidly intensifies, with air pressure dropping at least 24 millibars in 24 hours. This dramatic drop in pressure is what meteorologists call bombogenesis. It's a sign that the storm is gaining strength at an unusually fast rate, making it much more dangerous than a typical winter storm. The lower the pressure, the more intense the winds and precipitation become. Think of it as a winter hurricane, fast strengthening, with fierce winds and heavy precipitation. These storms can bring blizzard conditions, with snow falling so heavily and winds blowing so fiercely that visibility drops to near zero. Roads become treacherous, and travel grinds to a halt. The combination of snow, wind, and cold can create life-threatening conditions in just a matter of hours. Winter storm. Hernando is a textbook example, fueled by clashing cold and warm air along the east coast. When frigid Arctic air meets moist, warmer air from the Atlantic, the energy released can supercharge the storm, causing it to spin up rapidly. This clash of air masses is what makes bomb cyclones so intense and unpredictable. The result: hurricane-force gusts, blizzard conditions, and coastal flooding. Winds can reach speeds over 70 miles per hour, strong enough to topple trees and power lines. Heavy snow can pile up quickly, while rain and melting snow can lead to flash flooding, especially in coastal areas. Storm surges of 2 to 4 feet threaten areas from Delaware Bay to Cape Cod. These surges push ocean water onto land, flooding homes, roads, and businesses. Coastal communities are especially vulnerable, as high tides and strong winds combine to create dangerous conditions. Power outages and impossible travel are likely. Downed power lines can leave thousands without heat or electricity for days. Emergency crews may struggle to reach those in need, and stranded vehicles can block roads, making rescue efforts even harder. When you hear bomb cyclone, know the threat is serious. These storms are not just another winter inconvenience. They can disrupt daily life, damage property, and put lives at risk. Staying informed and prepared is crucial. Officials issue strong warnings for a reason. These storms can be devastating. Emergency services urge everyone to take precautions, follow evacuation orders if given, and check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those with special needs. Heed all alerts and stay off the roads until conditions improve. Staying indoors and avoiding unnecessary travel can save lives and help emergency responders do their jobs more effectively. Understanding the science helps you prepare for the dangers. Learn how to build an emergency kit, make a family plan, and recognize the signs of severe weather. Knowledge is your best defense against nature's fury. Stay safe and informed as the storm unfolds. By respecting the power of a bomb cyclone and taking the right precautions, you can protect yourself, your loved ones, and your community from the worst impacts of these extreme winter storms. While the Northeast faces snow, the Midwest is reeling from tornadoes and wildfires. Recent severe storms spawned tornadoes that destroyed homes and scattered debris for miles. Residents had little warning, and recovery is just beginning. Emergency crews are searching through rubble, and communities are rallying to help. The same weather system fueling the East Coast blizzard also triggered these tornadoes. Meanwhile, wildfires have scorched over 280,000 acres in Oklahoma and Kansas. Drought and strong winds are making firefighting extremely difficult. Many have evacuated, unsure if their homes will survive. These events highlight the extreme contrasts in U.S. weather: snow in one region, fire in another. Both are driven by strong winds and unusual moisture patterns. No matter where you live, know your local risks and have a safety plan. Stay alert to changing conditions. Preparedness is key to surviving severe weather. The West Coast is being battered by an atmospheric river. a sky-high highway of moisture delivering relentless rain and snow. Flooding is the main threat, with rain falling too fast for the ground to absorb. Rivers are rising, flash flood warnings are widespread, and mudslides threaten burn-scarred hillsides. Cities face major travel disruptions, and homes are at risk. In the mountains, several feet of heavy snow are piling up, creating avalanche dangers and hazardous travel. Recent avalanches have already claimed lives. This is just one in a series of intense storms straining the region. While the moisture helps long-term drought, it's too much, too quickly. Residents must stay alert to flood and avalanche warnings. Avoid travel in high-risk areas and be ready for more storms ahead. The cycle of crisis continues. Stay prepared. Even Florida isn't spared. Temperatures have plunged from the 80s to near freezing overnight. The sudden cold is a shock for people and crops, and the dry air increases wildfire risk. Central and northern Florida are especially vulnerable, with fire officials on high alert. Across the country, over 40% of the U.S. is in drought. Major reservoirs in the west are at historic lows, and the plains and Midwest are also suffering. Drought worsens wildfire risk and strains water supplies. Experts warn of an early, intense wildfire season ahead. Snow in the northeast and rain on the west coast don't solve the bigger water crisis. The nation faces a persistent lack of water in key regions. The drought's impact will last long after these storms pass. With so much extreme weather, many are asking why. One major factor is El Niño, a climate pattern that warms Pacific waters and shifts global weather. Forecasters expect El Niño to develop soon, altering the jet stream and storm tracks. For the U.S., this can mean fewer Atlantic hurricanes but more storms and rain in the south. Drought-stricken areas may get relief but not enough to end the crisis. The north may see warmer, drier conditions. El Niño isn't causing today's storms, but it will shape weather in the months ahead. Understanding these patterns helps us prepare for what's next. With so many threats, knowing how to stay safe is crucial. Listen to local authorities, obey travel bans and evacuation orders. Have a way to get emergency alerts, like a weather radio or smartphone. Build an emergency kit, water, food, flashlights, batteries, first aid supplies, and medications. Prepare for power outages. Never use a gas stove for heat and use flashlights instead of candles. Keep fridge and freezer doors closed to preserve food. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Community support is vital during extreme weather. Preparation and vigilance save lives. Stay informed and ready for whatever comes next. Our nation is being tested by an extraordinary wave of extreme weather. From blizzards to tornadoes, wildfires to floods, millions face dangerous conditions. We've broken down the key threats and the importance of preparation. Following official advice and having a plan is essential. Larger forces like El Niño may keep weather unpredictable, but amid the chaos, American resilience shines through. First responders, utility crews, and neighbors are stepping up. Communities are coming together to help those in need. In the face of the storm, our strength and unity are our greatest assets.